Hey y'all, if you're new, I'm Amber. I talk about bags. Let's skip through all this. This is part 2 of my huge designer dupe Temu haul, and this one is all the bags. Direct link to Temu and my discount code will be linked in the description box. Everything is numbered on screen. If it is still available, it will be linked in the description box according to its number. If any of these items were gifted to me, which I'm sure some of them were because everything is mixed up between what was gifted and what I've actually purchased, anything gifted will have a little star asterisk beside its number. Just to be completely clear, they will also have a little star asterisk beside their number in the description box. So let me shut up and let's get started with all of these designer dupe, designer inspired Temu handbags. Let's do it. Okay, first up, I actually forgot one of the little card wallet type things from part 1, so I'm going to show you that really quickly. The little dust bag thing, and this one is super simple. No idea if this one is a designer dupe or inspired thing. It probably is. I'm sure there's a designer out there somewhere that has something similar to this or just like this. I don't know. On one side you have a snap flap, and this is leather. So it's top layer leather, which means the outside is leather, the inside filling whatever is not. But you have a snap, and then you have a single pocket right there. And then when you flip it around, you have card slip, two of them horizontally this way, and then when you turn it up this way, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more card slips this direction. Oops. So lots and lots of room for like cards and cash. I'm sure you could get coins in here as well. They do advertise this holding coins. I don't know that I would want to put a bunch of coins in there because it would really bulk it out. And this is super, super slim. So I really like it for that. I went with the Taupe color. I really quite like this. I'm going to give it a try, and if I like it a lot, I may go back and get it in a couple more colors. Because this was like $2, $3, something like that. It was nothing. So that was the first little item. Now let's get into all the bags. And let's start with little bag charms. So these are little baby Birkin like bag charms, and when I saw them, I could not resist. I think I had posted these on my community tab, I think. If I didn't, I apologize. But if they're still available, they'll definitely be linked down below. I picked up several colors in these. So many people have already grabbed them and claimed them. I refused to let anybody have the white, and I also kept this like bluish green. But the purples disappeared, the black and the brown have disappeared. I may have to repurchase those. But it comes with this little bit, and I assume you can, use this to connect it to your bag if you want to, or however. I don't know. I'd probably just put like a little D-ring on it. But it works just like a little Birkin. It has a flap, and the flap will come over, and it will, it'll go through the little thing, and you can fix the little sangles all up, and you can actually turn this little teeny tiny turn lock, and you could lock it in there if you wanted to, but it's so daggone small that doing all that would be a huge pain. But it's just like a little open compartment, so you could put your earbuds in this and then hang it off of a bag, just like your little earbud bag charm. My daughter already took off with the purple one, and she put her little chapsticks in it. She was going to hang it off of her little bag. They're just so stinking cute. They have little tiny feet on the bottom. I mean, who could resist a little baby Birkin bag charm? So, that was the first items. Okay, next up is this little bag, and I really like this one, and then I also kind of have a beef with this one. So when I first saw this is obviously just a little small satchel style type bag, but it kind of reminds me of the LV Onthego PM. So the smallest size that they make in the Onthego. But I'm pretty sure it was the Onthego that I thought of initially. But regardless, every single design house out there has a small satchel style bag. They just do. Now, my beef with this is that I think the design on this is absolutely beautiful. It's not embroidery, but it's just like this pattern. But they stuck this weird branding right through the middle of it, and I was hoping that the back side would just have the pattern without the branding, but it doesn't. It's just a plain, color. Either way, This does have a little zipper across the top, and it is quite small, but on the inside, that kind of reminds me of an LV lining, actually, like the Neverfull lining. You have one slip pocket right there, and then it does come with like a little twilly or a little bandeau and a pattern that sort of matches the bag. So you could tie that on one of your handles if you wanted to. And then it also comes with the adjustable removable strap. So it's already adjusted out as far as it will go. No additional little keeper bit. The strap is not bad though. It's, decent quality for a lot of these bags. Not heavy duty hardware, but it does have a swivel clip, so that's nice. And then adjusted all the way out, this is where it hits me. So I could make that work as a crossbody. Of course, I would prefer it to have a little more length on it. This is probably about a 20-inch strap drop-ish, roughly. But that's how it looks as a crossbody, and then just as a long shoulder bag. So I do still think this is cute. I think the gray pattern hides the branding that they put through the middle of it fairly well. I just wish they would have put the pattern on the back. Made the strap a little bit longer, but otherwise, cute bag. So that's the next one. Okay, this next bag is another Brahmin dupe. And I'm not going to take all of this off because I already know this one is going to go in the next vlog sale for sure. Simply because I'm not crazy about this purple that it came in. I thought it was going to be more of this deeper purple that I prefer. But this purple is more of like a lilac-y, magenta-y mix, which isn't my favorite color. But the overall bag, let's talk about it really quickly. So I'll show you the listing if I haven't done that yet. This is a Brahmin dupe, of course, and it got smashed in transit, of course, because it was put in one of those damn Polly Miller bags that you guys know I hate. But either way, you have your top handles here, plenty of room to go over the crookedy arm. Absolutely love the size, overall style, and shape of this bag. It's a classic Satchel Style shape. It just works. It just does. So, no outside pockets or anything like that. But you do have the hardware for these shorter straps, so they will lay down flat, which I absolutely love. And someone had asked me a while back, I don't know if I replied to your comment yet. If I have not, I apologize. But someone had asked me a while back if I thought that these Brahmin dupes felt kind of plasticky. And yes, to a degree, I would say that they do. Yeah, definitely. But they do still feel quality to me. The one thing that I can tell y'all I kind of hesitate with is that these do always come with stray threads all over them for whatever reason. They're everywhere. The stray threads are everywhere. It's nothing that you can't just trim and, burn to make sure it doesn't unravel, but the stray threads kind of drive me crazy. This, of course, comes with an adjustable removable crossbody strap, which I do believe goes crossbody. The hardware on this one is pretty good. It's kind of chunky. It's got a good spring. It is a swivel clip. And then on the inside here, on this side, which I'm going to call the front because it has this little placard plate down here, you also have like little imitation Brahmin little hang tag. So against this wall, you have a large slip pocket. And then against the back, you have a little like key clip lanyard and a nice zipper pocket that's trimmed out in that faux leather. So overall, yeah, I do think that these are worth the price. These are a little bit of a more expensive bag for Temu. I think they run in like the $20 to $30-ish range. But I do think they're a really good dupe for Brahmin. Just know that it's probably going to be shipped to you in one of those poly mailer bags. It's going to be wrinkled, and you're going to have to give it a little TLC. Nothing that, it's nothing that's out of the realm of being able to be handled. It's just a pain in the butt. So, that is the Brahmin dupe. I do think it's a good dupe. I do think it is worth it. I just wish I would have picked a different color for me personally. Next up, in this little dust bag, we have this little cutie. Now, this, when I saw it, reminded me of a Coach bag. Like, how could it not? Almost, right? You have that kind of varsity stripe, um, shorter handles. You have like a little imitation Coach hang tag. Can't remember what style this is duping or what it reminded me of, what it's inspired by, but you should have already seen the Temu listing, so I will try to find a photo of what I saw in this one and put that up for you really quickly. This is in like a very heavy duty canvasy fabric type material. And I think it did come in a few different colors, but I picked the darker color. I thought it looked good with this red canvas trim. And you do have these two shorter handles right here. So these easily go over the crook of your arm. These aren't going to go up on your shoulder, however. And then there are no pockets on the outside, which they totally could have put a pocket on this back side. But, you know, they could have put a pocket anywhere, but they didn't. But that's okay. And then across the top, you have a zipper. And if I recall correctly, the style that this reminded me of from Coach didn't have a zipper. So I think this is an improvement in my opinion. But it's not a full zipper. You still have an opening on either side. You have that tail piece, and you can of course tuck that down. But you do have open space on either side. But the zipper gives you a little bit of a sense of security. And then on the inside here, on the side where the little hang tag is, you have a little slip pocket. And then on the opposite wall, you have a zipper pocket here. And this is like a little baby tote bag. So you have tons of space in there. And then, I don't know why I'm zipping that right now. The part that I really liked is this came with a canvas strap. So it wasn't faux leather or any of that. This is like a woven canvas that matches your shorter straps. So I thought it was really, really cute. It does have faux leather on either end, but the majority of this strap is the canvas. So it adjusts super, super easy. And then you have D-rings on each side to connect it. This hardware is fairly nice on this one as well. Nice spring. It is a swivel clip, so that's all fabulous. And then adjusted all the way out. This is where it hits me. So that's pretty much right at my hip. And that's perfect. That's about a perfect strap length. So I think this is super cute. It's just a little tiny kind of tote. But it's not actually tiny. It's got a really good depth on it. So this will hold all of your essentials and more. Let me show you really quickly what it looks like on the shoulder, because I know a lot of people like to wear these totes like this more as a shoulder bag. So on its shortest setting, this is where it hits on me. So I think that's a really nice shoulder length. This strap is actually really comfortable. I'm usually not a huge fan of wider straps, but I quite like this one. I think this one is a really good, really kind of under the radar type find, because this one is not super obvious. I don't think that it's like a dupe or an inspired piece. It just kind of looks like a simple canvas like small tote or what have you, but I think this one is really good for what it is. I think it's super, super cute. The materials feel really good quality. This canvas has a nice thickness to it, a nice hearty, robust feeling. I just think this one is super, super, super cute, even if you don't want it for the dupe factor. I just think it's really cute. So that's the next one. Alright, next in this little dust bag, we have this one. Now, I don't know if this is like a Frankenstein bag between like a Mew Mew and a Longchamp or what it is, but it was interesting to me and I saw both in it, so I had to pick it up and see what it was all about. So obviously this reminds me of Longchamp because it has that signature kind of design with the zipper and the flap closure right here. And this is a magnetic snap, so no worries on having to, you know, shove that one in like a regular button because it is magnetic. But this sort of quilting is really, really big with Mew Mew right now. So I don't know if Longchamp has done quilting like this. If they have, I'll show you a photo, of course. If not, and this is more like a Mew Mew sort of bag right now, I'll show you. If I'll show you whatever, you know what I mean. But this bag, like I showed you, has the flap right here. There are no outside pockets, but they totally had room for them, so I don't know why they didn't give it at least one. And then under the flap, you have a full zip closure. On the inside against the front, so I'm calling the front where the flap closes right there, you have a slip pocket right here. And then along the back, you have a nice sized zipper pocket, if you can see that. But it's incredibly shallow for whatever reason. So this zipper pocket literally goes that deep. You can see where my finger is. So that's how deep that pocket is. That's kind of ridiculous, honestly. But otherwise, you just have a ton of open space in there. Now, this one was interesting to me because it came with a couple of different straps. So you have this chain strap, and it is on quick release clips. So, or quick release O-rings, rather. So it'll clip on there. You could use it like an actual shoulder strap if you wanted to, or you could just let it hang down like decoration. And you also get this strap. Now, this strap is kind of junky, if you ask me. It's incredibly thin. There's no stitching or anything to it. It's just like a piece of that faux leather that they put a little bit of edge coating on. And then at the very end, they gave a little tab to hook, you know, some hardware on. It's holding like creases and whatnot pretty significantly. But I mean, it is very soft and pliable at the same time. I just don't know how long this would actually last. But this one doesn't come with like an adjustable crossbody strap or anything like that. You basically just have two shoulder straps. So you could use the black one and let the chain dangle. The chain is a little bit shorter than the faux leather strap, so you couldn't use them at the same time. But I guess you could let the leather one dangle and use that one. But it's an interesting little shoulder bag for sure. And I do like this kind of pleated quilting type design. I think the chain looks really nice as just a decorative element on it. I would probably just go into this knowing that you might need a different strap, like leather, faux leather strap with it. Otherwise, I do like this one. It's very soft. It almost kind of feels rubbery, if I'm being honest with you. Not plasticky, but kind of rubbery. But I think it's the texture of this faux leather with this quilting. It's just really different, kind of interesting. But that's the next one. Okay, this next one is actually like a dupe or a inspired piece for Vera Bradley. So, I'm sure you all are aware of Vera Bradley, the brand, even if you're not super familiar with the styles of bags they produce. But this to me is very reminiscent of the Glenna. Now this is a black and white pattern, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to show you all the features, but I'm going to try. So this is a shoulder bag, and you do get two shoulder straps. And these go very comfortably on the shoulder. You have plenty of room with the strap drop there. And then they are on hardware, so you can lay them completely flat. Now, on the front of the bag, well, I don't know what's the front and what's the back, to be honest with you, but on this side, you have a Velcro pocket, and this pocket is very big. So, if you can see these pleats right here, this pocket goes all the way down and around, all the way to this other side, and then up. So this is a humongous pocket. And then on either end, you have a slip pocket here with elastic at the top. So this would be great for a water bottle or an umbrella or anything like that, because they're going to stand in there really nicely. And then on this back side, you have a huge zipper pocket. And again, this pretty much goes all the way to these bottom corners right here. So a huge, huge zipper pocket. And then the reason that I said this reminds me of the Glenna, if you're familiar with Vera Bradley's bag styles, is because each side has this little cinch. And just like the Glenna, you can... Oops, you don't pull these. So they have the little pinch thing, and you just pinch and then you pull. And you can completely change the shape of this bag because you can essentially, well, okay, I did it way too much. Let me let it out a little bit. But you can cinch this bag in to give it more of like a curved, feminine shape, if that makes sense. If you're familiar with Vera Bradley and that Glenna bag that I'm talking about, then you'll know what I mean. But it just gives it more of like a curved. Or you can let those cinches all the way out and have the full bag size back. Now, I love a good black and white pattern. This one is quite busy, but it'll hide stains really well. And then at the top, unlike the Glenna, you have a fully enclosed zipper at the top. So the Vera Bradley Glenna has an opening on each end. This zipper fully covers and closes the top. And this will kind of stick up a little bit if you need that little bit of extra space at the top. And then on the inside here, let me show you the base. So that's the base of this bag. So it has a ton of room inside. And then on the inside, this is a very dark interior, so it's going to be difficult to show you, I think. But on the side with the Velcro pocket there are 2 slip pockets there. Though that's just fuzz on this. No, there's no flaws or imperfections or anything. It's just fuzz. But you have those 2 slip pockets there. And then on the opposite side, you have a zipper pocket. And it goes about halfway down, if you can see that. So this one has a ton of outside organization, a ton of space inside. And to be honest with you, I think this cotton almost feels thicker and plushier than Vera Bradley's cotton right now. Like their recycled cotton that they've been using for a while now. This feels thicker and plushier than that. Now, the one thing I will say is that I see stray threads all over this bag. Literally everywhere. Now, y'all know how I feel about stray threads, as long as it's not like vital to the structure of the bag. A stray thread can be handled. But if you can see that strap right there, there are stray threads just sticking out all over that thing. And the stitching on that strap is not the cleanest by any means. You can see it looks kind of just slapped together. But for the price of this, if you are a fan of Vera Bradley but you just cannot stomach paying the Vera Bradley prices, this came in this black and white and then another colored pattern with like a blue background with red flowers, I believe. But if you're a fan of Vera Bradley and you just can't stomach paying the prices, I would definitely say give this a try. Because I think this one was like less than 20 bucks and you get more organization, better filling material, and the same overall design aesthetic. So I would definitely say give it a try because you don't have a lot to lose with it. But that was the next one. These next 2 are identical. They're just in different colors. So I'm going to show them to you at the same time. And they are these little teeny tiny like nano Fendi Peekaboo dupes. So this one is in blue. This one is in yellow. And they are so daggone cute. I couldn't pass them up. I don't even use mini bags or like nano bags, but I couldn't pass them up. So these are identical. So let's look at the yellow. You have the little sangles on each side, and if you saw the haul where I showed this little black Peekaboo dupe a while back, the little mini Peekaboo, These are similar, but I actually think these are better than the black one, because these are more malleable, so they open way easier. The black one is very stiff, and it doesn't want to open very wide. And then with these, on one side, you have the little turn lock, which, as much as I like it and think it's really cute, the turn lock can get in the way on the inside. But on these, the back one, you just have the mag snap. So it'll still stay closed if that's what you want, but it'll actually open a lot easier. And you can get your items in it a lot easier because you're not trying to get past this turn lock, if that makes sense. And then they do come with a little strap, so let me show you that. I personally think a little chain would have been cuter, but, you know, nobody listens to me. I can see right there, there's a little bit of edge coating, like, issue where it's kind of peeling off. These definitely have some, like, stray thread issues and whatnot. So they're not perfect by any means, but simply for the cuteness factor, I couldn't resist. But definitely you're going to see some stray threads, and this edge coating isn't going to be perfect. But like I said, if you just want super daggone cute little mini Peekaboo dupe, then it's right there for the taking. So it is a swivel clip at least. And then that's a boob bag if I've ever seen one. I could turn it to the side and make it more like a little mini crossbody. But in all fairness, I did not get these to use them like little teeny tiny mini bags anyway. I got them to use more like little bag charms. So I would probably just connect a quick release like O-ring to this little top handle and then stick it on one of my bigger tote bags or what have you when I went to use one of those, and use it like a legitimate little bag charm. So I would use it to hold like my AirPods, or my earphones rather, I should say, or a chapstick or a hand sanitizer, or, you know, any of those little smaller things that you could get in there, because these are just so daggone cute. I couldn't resist them. I don't regret this at all. So these are the little nano, mini, whatever the hell they are, whatever size they are, the little Fendi Peekaboo dupes. Sticking with mini bags and mini Fendi bags in particular, look at this one. So this is like a little mini Fendi Baguette. If you've been watching all my videos, you know how I'm feeling about a baguette lately. I can't resist them. So when I saw this one, I just had to get it as well. So I got this one. I can't remember what colors this one was available in, but I picked the pink and green. And this does have the little charm connector on the back. So you can, in theory, if you wanted to, hook this on like your jeans pant loop or on another bag and use it like a giant bag charm. Whatever you want to do with it, the option is there. No pockets on the outside, and then it is a mag snap. Now, this is funny. This comes with two straps. So the first one is a chain, and I'll show you where that hits on me really quickly. So this chain is thin, but it does feel like good quality for a thin chain. It kind of looks like the LV Felici pochette chain strap. Again, I could use this as a little mini bag if I wanted to. If you pull it around to the front, it could be more like a little sling. But yeah, I could make that work as a little mini bag if I wanted to. That's probably not what I'll do with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I just liked it, and I'm a sucker for bags and pouches. So I got it. And then the other strap that this comes with is this gigantic braided monstrosity. This has awesome hardware on it. It's nice and thick and chunky, and it's got a swivel clip. Like, this is quality hardware. And while this is faux leather, it's really soft and flexible and malleable, and it just feels good, believe it or not. I thought this would feel super cheap, but it really doesn't. So if you wanted to use this like a crazy shoulder bag. You could. I would never wear it like that. You could carry it by this handle. You could throw it over the crook of your arm. I get the whole juxtaposition between the giant chunky strap and the little tiny bag, but I'll never use this strap on this bag. But it's definitely a statement, that's for sure. Otherwise, the quality on this little mini bag is actually phenomenal. It's got really nice quilting. The hardware feels really good on it. It has a really nice magnetic snap that's nice and strong. No pockets or anything on the inside. You're not fitting a phone in here. Like, oh, maybe I lied. So if you have a phone that's about the size of mine, then okay, I lied. You can fit a phone in there. So my phone is a Samsung Galaxy S22, the regular size, and it will fit in there. No plus size phones are going in there though, but this has some semblance of structure to it. It's still soft and malleable. I just love it. I absolutely love it. So that was the next one. Okay, next one in this little dust bag is this. Now, this is not a direct dupe or inspired piece from any designer that I'm aware of. I am sure that Prada has a nylon bag that looks something similar to this. I am sure that Coach, Michael Kors, somebody has a Prada bag that resembles this. I just picked this one up because I actually liked it. So this is a decent size. This has two shorter handles right here. They will go over the crook of your arm. And these handles are in a fabric that feels kind of silky. They're super, super nice. On the outside of this one, the front has this quilting. And then on each end, there is a slip pocket. Now, if you see the design of the side, you can see these pockets are wider at the bottom than the top. But you could definitely get a standard like 16.9 ounce water bottle in there. Now, you have those pockets on each side right here. And the one thing that disappointed me with this bag is that the back isn't quilted. I don't know why they didn't go ahead and quilt the back, but this nylon on the back is much thinner than on the front where this is quilted. So I wish it was quilted all the way around. Either way, you get a full zipper closure at the top. And then on the inside, you just have all the open space. And then on the front side, the quilted side, you get two slip pockets there. Other than that, it is just open space. But you also get an adjustable, removable strap with it. So the hardware on this isn't bad. It's not the most heavy duty, but it's got a good spring and it is a swivel clip. Hardware is silver. And this strap is very soft, kind of like that silky material. And then fully adjusted out, you have plenty of adjustment. This is below my hip again, so tons and tons and tons of adjustment. But it's just super lightweight. I love this satchel style with your shorter grab handles and your longer strap. I love that it's attached on the ends. It's incredibly lightweight. It's nylon, so it's going to be water and weather resistant. I just think for a runaround everyday bag or like a smaller baby bag or just a throw around bag, I think this one's really, really good. And I love green, so this one was right up my alley and I had to get it and try it. So that was the next bag. Alright, this next one I'm going to say is a dupe for like the Alma BB, like the Louis Vuitton Alma BB. But literally pick a brand, a design house, contemporary designer, does not matter. They all have their own version of this bag. Now you can see where these handles were laid down and this was smushed in a little poly mailer bag that of course it has the little indentation marks on there. Those will come out over time. It's just where it was smashed down. But this also has its own kind of branding on there. What does it say? Mango Touch? I don't know. They had a few different versions of this bag. They had it in different colors, and then they had the black with like the gunmetal hardware or black with gold hardware, I believe. So this is kind of your typical domed satchel. It has that triangular shape on the side and then the domed shape You have a full zip around closure, so it opens really nicely. Then you have a strap. And on the inside, it's incredibly simple. You just have one zip pocket along the back. So this bag imitates like a Saffiano leather, if you can see that. It is a faux leather, of course, but they did do a pretty good job on the imitation like Saffiano leather. The zipper is pretty smooth. Like, this bag overall has some structure to it. It has feet on the bottom. I think it's a pretty good bag for what it is. I think this strap is trash. It's one layer. Threads coming out everywhere. This edge coating is going to peel off in no time. There is no extra keeper. The hardware is super lightweight and kind of flimsy feeling. It is a swivel and it does have a decent spring. But see how tiny that is connected on there? This is a decent sized bag. It can hold some weight. And then my other kind of thing I'm not crazy about is that this has to connect directly on to your grab handle hardware. That's not my favorite. But this is already adjusted all the way out. And then this is where it hits me. So it is quite high. I don't like when a strap is pinched in this close. This just isn't my favorite kind of strap or setup. If you like the bag style, I would say go for it because the bag itself is not bad. I would hand carry it personally just because I don't like the strap being attached like this. The handles are a nice rolled handle. No issue with those. Like I said, the bag is not bad. It's a very classic shape. Pick any design house. Excuse me. Any brand, you're going to find a bag this style, this shape. So, it'll work for anybody. It's a very classic design. So, that was this one. Okay, this next one is super interesting to me. So, we have a little clochette here, but it's driving me crazy, so I'm just going to push it to the back. So, just ignore that. But the reason this one is so interesting to me is because this is a dupe for a bag that was never actually in production to this point that I'm aware of. So this is a dupe of a bag that was shown on the LV runway. So it was a Louis Vuitton runway bag. I can't remember if it was spring, summer, fall, winter, or what it was. I just knew I had seen this design somewhere. I ordered it, could not remember what it was, and it took me forever to find the bag. So this is not actually in production. It has not been in production yet. It is not a bag that is even made yet, but it was a bag that was shown during a Louis Vuitton runway show. It just didn't go into production, like mass produced for people to order. I don't know the name of it. I don't know if they even gave it a name, but this is what it looked like. So I will show you. You should have already seen the Temu listing, but I will show you the photo of this from the Louis Vuitton runway. And it's a crazy design. So you have a top handle here, and then you have your little bits right here, because it is going to come with an additional shoulder strap. But you have this offset design. So you push this in, and it's going to release your S-lock right here, and then you have a mag snap right there. Here's your shoulder strap, and the inside of this is actually fairly nice. Against the front side right here, you have a little tiny slip pocket. I don't even know if cards would fit in there, maybe. But you have some kind of branding right there too. And then against the back, you have a zipper pocket that goes about halfway down. And then you just have the open space in there. So it's faux leather lined. It's not bad. And then back on the front, you have another little S-lock closure right here that opens to just a little teeny tiny slim pocket that I don't even know if you could get anything in it. But it is a functional pocket. And then you have your strap here. Let's see. No additional keeper, unfortunately. So let me adjust it all the way out and I'll show you what it looks like. So adjusted all the way out, this is where it hits me. So I mean, the top of the bag technically could, I mean, the top of the bag's like right here. You just have this top grab handle. So I mean, it does go crossbody. I don't know. It's not bad. It's an interesting design. And it's interesting to me that they made a dupe of a bag that never actually went into production. I think it's pretty cool. I like the offset kind of non-symmetrical look of it. They did a good job lining this pocket up with this one, and I think it's interesting. It's definitely different. But that is the next little dupe, the Louis Vuitton bag that I don't know what it's called because it never actually went into production. Okay, 3 more to go. The next one is in this little dust bag. And let me show you what it is. So here is what the bag looks like. Any guesses what this reminded me of as soon as I saw it, or what I think this is inspired from? So you should have seen the Temu listing by now. And this to me is definitely inspired by the Loewe puzzle bag. You can see that same overall geometric shape. It's in it that has to be what this is inspired from, right? It's not a direct dupe because it is a little different, but I definitely think it's inspired from the puzzle bag. So this one is not quite as deep or designed just like the puzzle. This one has more of kind of that triangular shape where it's wider at the base and it narrows a bit at the top. But this is a flap and it has 2 magnetic closures, which work really, really well. And when you open it up, you do have the addition of a zip closure if you wanted that for added security. The zipper works really nicely. And then it comes with this strap. Let me go ahead and show you the inside while I have it open, because I think it's fairly simple. Yeah, so you just have a zipper pocket against the back wall here. And again, it's one of those shallow zip pockets. But other than that, you have a decent amount of space. No pockets on the front side. And then, interestingly, to me at least, you have 2 large D-rings. And they both have the quick release on them. Okay, so you actually get 2 straps with this one. So let's look at this first. So this is like a wide, thick strap. This one seems fairly good quality. I can see like 1 or 2 tiny loose threads on it, but nothing too bad. It's got contrast stitching on it. It's fairly thick. So let's try this one first. So there's where it falls with the thicker shoulder strap. That's not bad. I mean, that's a nice little shoulder bag. So I don't think you would want to use both of these at the same time, but let's try it. So this one has like the little push pins that go through for you to adjust it, and it's already at its longest setting. But you do have an additional little keeper bit here to help hold that down, so that's nice. So let's see if both of these will go on at the same time. So you can get them both on at the same time, but I don't know that you would really want them both on there, because this one would just stick out the front. I think you would want to pick one or the other. But on its longest setting, that's where it hits me crossbody, so fairly high up again. But, you know, I could make it work as a crossbody if that's what I wanted to do. Otherwise, you could wear it like a longer shoulder bag. That's about where it falls. This one is pretty nice, you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's different. It's not what I expected, but it's actually quite nice. I think I like it best with this thicker shoulder strap as just a shoulder bag. You could definitely, you know, crook the arm or just hand carry this. But I think it's really nice. The stitching looks good on it. Everything seems really good quality. I like this one quite a lot. So that was the next one, the little Loewe puzzle bag inspired bag. Alright, this next one again came in a dust bag, but this one was wrapped in some additional like styrofoam and things like that, because this one is real leather. This one was more expensive. And this is a little dupe or a little inspired piece for a Chanel mini rectangle, like a seasonal version with the camellia quilting. So you can see they've lined up the quilting beautifully with the flap, and it follows on down. Like, it's a beautiful little bag. They did a great job lining that quilting up again from the corners. Like, they did a beautiful job. It has the little slip pocket back there. I adore this, but I already know this one's going in my vlog sale as well, and I'll show you why. So again, this is real leather. It has beautiful quality. The inside, if you can see that there, against the back you have a little slip pocket and then a zip pocket right behind it. I'll show you that my phone fits in there, no problem. So if you pack minimally, you can get your essentials in it. It's a gorgeous bag that I really wanted to keep, and I'm actually quite disappointed that I'm not. But this does not come close to going crossbody on me. That is with it adjusted just one side of the strap, because you do have 4 grommets, so you can pull the other strap out the front. But when I try to wear this crossbody, it is a boob bag through and through. And that's what I wanted it for. I wanted to wear it crossbody, and it doesn't go crossbody on me. So I'm gonna put it in the next vlog sale, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for one of you all, I'm sure, but unfortunately for me. It's still gorgeous. I think they did a phenomenal job on the quilting and the quality. It feels beautiful. Absolutely adore it. I just wish the daggone chain strap was longer. But that is the next one. The little Chanel seasonal camellia quilted flap bag. Mini square flap bag dupe. So pretty. And then last but not least is the little bag in here. So this is a dupe or an inspired piece for a brand that I only recently discovered. And I think you pronounce it Moyer? I don't know. If this one is still available, I will show you the Temu listing, of course, first. And then I will show you the brand that I'm talking about, because I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's like Moyer, I don't know. But the way this is designed, it really reminds me of a lot of their styles, so I'm sure you're seeing what I'm talking about. But this is just super cute. So this is like a little satchel. You have 2 top handles here. They'll go over the crook of your arm. Super, super easy. They also are connected with hardware, so they'll lay flat. And then the inside of this one, you have 2 slip pockets. No, 1 big slip pocket on one side. And then a nice large zipper pocket on the other side. And then otherwise it's just open. But the way you close it is with this little drawstring closure. And it pulls the bag in and cinches it in, and it gives it a different shape almost, just like the Millier bags, however you pronounce it. Or you don't have to cinch it completely in, and you can keep it looking more flat, however you prefer to do it. I just think it's super cute. And then it also comes with this removable strap. So this is adjustable with a pin closure again. Okay, so let me adjust it out and put it on the bag, and I'll show you what it looks like. So you have little square rings right there, and to connect this, you're gonna pull it through that ring and then just push that little pin closure through. And then you have a little keeper bit. You can slide down over it. You have an extra keeper for the tail of your strap there. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I have it adjusted all the way out as long as it'll go there. And there's where it hits me crossbody. So that length is totally fine with me. I could wear that crossbody. I think this one is super, super cute. This strap is fine. It's not the most heavy duty I've ever seen. And I do wish that it was just a regular clip with a swivel because this could get tangled. But this bag literally has all kinds of colors in it. So any strap that you wanted to put on there, you could make it match. So I probably will switch the strap out just because. But the bag itself is super cute. I like the quality on it. I think it's pretty good for the price. I love that it's a little dupe for an up-and-coming brand like that not everybody knows. So not everybody's going to know that this is a little dupe. I just think it's super cute. I love the little cinch closure with the tabs. It's easy. You don't even have to use it if you don't want to. You could just leave it pushed down in there. I just think this one is so daggone cute. So that's it. Finally. That's all the bags that I had for this haul. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any comments, questions, or you just want to say hello, then as always, please leave me a message down below because I absolutely love to chat with you guys. And I am definitely going to be getting back to all of your comments very, very soon. I promise. I'm so sorry I'm behind on them. Thank you so much for spending some of your incredibly precious time with me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.